Hey Burbank, it's Mayor Nick Schultz and welcome to the latest episode of The Mayor's Show. Today we're right here at the iconic Colony Theater in downtown Burbank. We're going to be talking with Heather Provos, the producing artistic director of the Colony Theater Company. We're going to learn a little bit more about her passion for the arts and what the Colony Theater Company is doing to keep the live production arts alive and well in our amazing community. And I hope that you stay tuned through the very end of the segment because you're going to get the chance to see your mayor channel his inner theater kid and perform a little Shakespeare. Try not to judge too harshly. All right, follow me. Hey Burbank, welcome back to the next segment of the Mayor's Show. And I'm so excited to be sitting somewhere that is very special to our community today. Before I have her tell you a little bit about where we're at, I'm going to introduce the producing artistic director of the Colony Theater Company, Heather Provos, who's joining me today. Heather, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. Tell us where we're sitting right now.
Well, welcome. We are in the middle of the Colony Theater, right here in the center of Burbank. We are what I call the premier professional theater in the Valley.
What many would call.
What many would call, yes. And we're sitting in among 268 seats with an extra 10 in standing room.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have a couple questions for you, and then of course I'd love to see and explore a little bit more of the space that we have here today. So the Colony Theater Company first originated in 1975. Can you tell us a little bit about its beginnings and its current status today?
Sure. It was founded in 1975, a group of actors. They performed in Silver Lake. Barbara Beckley was the artistic director at the time. And then in 2000, they were awarded this space, and it was turned into a theater. It was once a museum, I believe, and then it was turned into a theater. And here we are.
So obviously the Colony Theater has a very special place in the Burbank community. I mean, it is the only real live theater production venue that we have. But as I understand it, there's a lot of other ways that the theater company gives back to the community by opening its doors to different community groups. Could you tell us a little bit about all the different ways that you're engaging with the Burbank community?
Sure, yeah. Well, we do have a very special relationship with BUSD, which, I'm very grateful for, because that's where you start, right, is in schools and implanting like how special the arts are at a young age. And we do a lot of outreach with other organizations and local community groups that we're able to kind of open our doors and create partnerships with other arts organizations that they're able to come and perform on our stage, or like with California Creative Arts, they keep our art gallery thriving. So I think that we've been very lucky that we're surrounded by so many amazing artists, because we really want like every artist, whether it's a visual arts medium or dance, singing, music, whatever. We want every artist to feel like they have a home within our walls.
I love that, because in Burbank we often call ourselves, and we are, the media capital of the world. And when you look at all the different artistic modes that are home in our community, I see so much of it at play right here in this space. The Colony Theater Company could be anywhere, but you've chosen the media capital of the world to be your home. What does that mean to you?
I think it's an honor, first of all. I think it's important for a media capital of the world to have a professional theater too, right?
I agree. I
think it also, you come with, I don't want to say a built-in audience, because you never come with a built-in audience, especially like post-pandemic. But I think that what you do have built in is a community that already appreciates and respects the arts, because so many of the people that live and work here, are artists in some capacity, whether it's at a studio, whether it's in an art gallery. It's kind of a built-in respect and love for the arts. So I think that's why it's the perfect place.
Over the years, the Colony Theater Company has done dozens, probably hundreds of productions for our community. What's your one or two favorite ones, or maybe a more fair way to ask the question, most memorable moments here?
Driving Miss Daisy was a big one, because that was the first one I ever directed here.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was with Donna Mills. That was fun. And then Calvin Berger that we did last year was another really memorable one. This could turn out well, or it could be hell. It's such a beautiful show, and I think too this past production of Footloose, we partnered with some great people. The cast, we had a cast of 30, and that was probably, I think that's the largest cast that's ever been in a Colony show.
So you've been talking today a lot about this concept of the Colony Theater being home for you and for so many others. And look, there are folks that are growing up in our community right here that dream of being on Broadway, but you got to get your start somewhere. So my question is, you have a lot of really young, talented, new people entering these professions, from writers to artists to sound technicians, everybody, right? So tell us a little bit about what programs or initiatives that the Colony Theater Company has in place to help these folks get experience to the industry and get that experience and pursue their dream.
I'm excited you brought this one up. Aside from programs that we already have in place, which we're very proud of with BUSD and CCA, we just launched 2 programs that I'm so excited about. Scripts and Sips is a play reading series that we just launched. We're giving playwrights an opportunity to work and develop with professionals and dramaturgs, and then we're going to get it on stage in a staged reading. One of the best tools for a writer is to hear your words out loud and to have an audience so you can get feedback. We're going to choose a play. We're going to put it on stage for a staged reading. We're going to continue our partnership with Fancy Free Liquors in town in Burbank, and we're going to have a custom craft cocktail and mocktail that's going to align with the theme of whatever show that we're doing. It's going to be a really cool kind of casual environment for the audience, and then we're going to do a panel discussion afterwards with the writer, the director, and really engage and start a conversation with the audience. So it's going to be I'm so excited about it because it's just one of the most important steps in development of a show. And I think that we're going to really kind of bring the audience behind the curtain a little bit so they can see what goes into it. And I'm very excited about that one. And also, we just launched TCT Training Ground, and that is going to be a series of ongoing classes that is going to be with youth. Probably we're talking about eventually offering to adults as well, but we really want to start, with the series training with Burbank and local youth, with some of the top professionals in the industry they're going to get to work with.
Now that you've talked a little bit about all that you're doing to develop and cultivate this young talent, there have been a lot of folks that have come through the Colony Theater Company that have performed on this stage right over here. So is there anyone that maybe the community would be surprised to know, passed through the stage here? Has it someone who's maybe achieved some notoriety, other than yourself, of course?
Notoriety. Well, I know that, we've had a lot of original Colony members of the original kind of company who went on to do great things, but we've also been fortunate to have some great, unbelievable talent that has come to perform, specifically to be in our shows, which are some big fancy names. But I know back in the day, John Larroquette, Tessa Thompson, Mariette Hartley, Hal Linden, Ian Buchanan, so many Tony winners and Emmy winners have been on this stage. Jamie Foxx has shot here. Jordan Peele. We've had a lot of people grace this stage, and it's just great to be able to bring exciting names and things like that to our audiences and to our community.
There are hopefully some folks that'll be watching this that are saying, everything you've described, I want a career doing that. I want to be in theater production. What advice would you have for a young person looking to break into the industry and get involved?
I would say be a sponge. Absorb everything. Take the classes, study the craft. Really just hone in on the craft. I think I would say don't be afraid. At the end of the day, nobody can do what you can do.
Right.
And I'd say just jump in and learn. Yeah. Just learn, study.
So if somebody's watching this and they're like, hey, I would love to know what is coming next to the Colony Theater. How can I buy a ticket? How can I get involved? How do they find that information?
They go to colonytheater.org, and theater is with an R-E.
I make that mistake every single time.
People make the mistake all the time. Colonytheater.org. You can go to all of our socials. We are very active on social media.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the
Thank
Mayor's
you.
Show. And if you have a minute, I'd love to see around the place and maybe even try a few acting chops if I got it.
Oh, we're going to get you up there.
Thank you so much.
Of course, my friend.
Hello, my name is Nick Schultz, and today I'm auditioning for the role of Mayor of the City of Burbank. But soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Burbank is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off! It is my lady, oh, it is my love, my dear Burbank. Oh, that she only knew she were.
Uh-oh. That was very special. That you are perfect for the role of mayor.
I'm glad I have one person who agrees. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lots of energy. There's a lot of energy.
Folks, my time, regrettably, here at the Colony Theater Company is coming to a close, but I hope it's just the beginning of your relationship and your experience with this incredible artistic gem right here in the Burbank community. I want to thank Heather Provost and the entire Colony Theater Company for opening your doors today and for all that you do to make downtown Burbank a cultural arts center here in the San Fernando Valley. I look forward, and I hope you'll all join me in continuing to support and to celebrate their efforts to make the Colony Theater a cornerstone of Burbank's vibrant artistic scene. And lastly, folks, if you find yourself on a Friday or Saturday evening looking for something fun to do, I hope that you'll consider coming right here to downtown Burbank, grabbing dinner, enjoying a cocktail or a mocktail, as the occasion might call for, and coming right here to the Colony Theater to enjoy live arts production right here in beautiful Burbank. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, Burbank, it's been real.